Some jackass stole my fucking identity in Florida and spent my shit all over the place. And after I made the Facebook post about it, somebody made a kind act. That kind of act of generosity was phenomenal, and I'll talk about it in later. This one turned out to be a big, massive shout-out and thank you session, and I did not mention a couple of guys, and these are retired chiefs. George Freese, Roy Fessenden, Tom Stanley, and Tim Bray were also guys that helped me out one time or another in my career. For some reason or another, it might have been just a little bit of advice, it might have been a good talking to that I needed. But you guys are freaking awesome, phenomenal, and I think Tom Stanley can still see sunspots with his glasses. And Roy Rogers is a comedian. But Roy Fessenden was, hoorah, get you some. George Freese, the Iceman himself. You guys are awesome guys. Tim Bray, enjoy retirement. You guys are fucking awesome. And, well, let's get this thing started. Friends, fans, followers, leaders, and true believers. Welcome back to the Jack Show Radio Show, Comedy.Mil, whatever the fuck we call it next week. I was going to do one on something totally different, but today I'm going to do it on a Facebook post. Thanks, asshole. That was using my debit card in Florida. I was nowhere near the state. At the time, my family is going to enjoy Christmas this year. We make so much in the military. I hope you have to bite a curb before getting brutally anal raped by Mr. Marcus's twin brother in the shower in prison just after you got traded for a carton of smokes by the Aryan meth circus who really love jelly lickings out of their fucking crack. Fuck you, 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 and about 4 or 5 more fuck yous or something like that. I made this post because I was pissed off. Somebody fucking ripped me off. I'll be honest. It took me maybe about 20 minutes to a half hour to just chill and be like, whatever, you know? Somebody out there is going to have worse karma than me, and it's going to come back to them, whatever. And, it doesn't really get to me too much. So I was just like, wow, that's kind of shitty. Fuck them. They'll get theirs. I don't have to do shit. They'll bring it upon themselves. I'm going to never forget people that helped me out. I'm going to just doing a whole fucking thing on shout-outs. I got a letter in the mail being sent from the Grinch in Cali to me. It says, hey there. So after reading your post about your debit card, I got kind of pissed off. I know this happens to people, especially in the military, a lot. But when it happens to someone I know and have respect for, I remember how much I hate thieves. So in the spirit of Christmas, I want you and yours to have this $100. I don't want to hear one word from you about not accepting it or sending it back. Just so you know, I was literally thinking about fucking ripping the check up and sending it back because I just feel shitty. You cash the check, buy some gifts, take your old lady to dinner. I don't care. And then I'm like, yeah, well, fucker already read my mind. He's a good dude. He knows how to do that. Alright, you have always been someone who has made me laugh and has earned my respect for everything you do and always showed me the same amount of respect whenever you're around. Yeah, that's a good dude. I got $100 to say that. Thanks, Josh, for all you do. Even through your comedy routines, you bring a better understanding of the military and everything that surrounds it, good and bad. So, Merry Christmas. P.S. Mention my name and anything related to this, and I will hunt you down and hump your animals right in front of you. Okay, now, that would make him a serial bestialityist. Is there even such a thing as bestialityists? I don't know, but you know what? We don't want to make that happen, so I don't want Chris Hansen's special on animal rape to fucking air and get this dude in trouble. And I just want to say thanks, man. It's fucking, I'm holding the check in my hand right now, and I'm reading the name that's on it, and I never would have expected that. I'll just say thanks a fucking million. That's badass of you, bro. You know, I might joke around about it, but you expected that, so... Yeah, I hope so, because you could fucking read my mind. You know I was going to rip it up and send it back to you. But I'm not going to. I'm going to cash it and say thanks. But it's just weird, because I never do anything for it to come back. I do it because it makes me feel good to help people. You know, maybe it's just I don't drink and I don't do drugs. That's my little fucking rush is when I help somebody else out. The only reason I don't drink is because I don't start smoking cigarettes. It's not because I got a fucking problem or anything like that. Yeah, it's a long story on. So anyways... I'm just going to go into a thing about fucking thank yous. biggest thank you out there is to, shout outs, thank yous, whatever, is to my grandma O'Brien. I've been doing this shit for a long time, man. I'm going to hit 17 years before you know it of being in the military. And every time I've been deployed all over this world. No matter what, I get a letter from my grandma O'Brien. I know it sounds like, and I swear to God, dude, there's nobody that can put you back in a little kid place than grandma's. So God bless her so much. And I got suspended a lot in school. I did a lot of stupid things when I was a kid. Like most kids, but I think mine was a little bit more dumb than most. Because I was just fucking bored. I was just a dumbass kid. I really didn't have any guidance whatsoever. I was just like fucking Roman candles in hallways. I mean, you name it, dude. I fucking probably did something stupid. Screaming, yelling, popping milk cartons, fucking just doing whatever the hell it took just to get a little rise out of people. So I'm back 2 years, and I got asked, what am I going to do after I graduate? And I was like, why the fuck would I graduate? Who wants to be 20 in high school? I'm not going to be 20 in high school. I'm going to drop out and go fucking get a factory job. They said, hey, why don't we help you out? We can get you to skip a grade. And I was like, fuck yeah, dude. Let's do this. Inside my Motorhead Trapper Keeper, I wrote down all the stuff I needed to do. My grandma taught elementary school and also college when she needed money. I did my 8th grade at her table. I would go smoke cigarettes outside. So bless her heart for pretending like she didn't know I just had a cigarette. Shout out to some of the chiefs that helped mold my career. Marty Yingling, that son of a bitch, helped me learn a lot of lessons the easy way and some of them the hard way, but he bailed me out on some serious things. I should have been in a lot of shit. I could have gotten in a lot of trouble for. I really should have been thrown out of the Navy a couple times for some of the things I done. Austin Leadham, good guy, probably the best stories. If I ever do this USO thing that I really want to do when I retire, he's coming with me. He's going to open up the show. He's fucking hilarious. The guy has better sea stories than anybody. There's 2 people in this world that I fucking love. I could just sit down and listen to talk forever, and if they never shut up, I'd be content. Austin Leadham and Don Barris. Rolling around in a Humvee with he's retired Master Chief Austin Leadham, listening to the way it was with him as a CB, coming up the ranks and how things were back in the day, and driving around with Don Barris, listening to him talk about how the Comedy Store is, and when Eddie Murphy started off with 5 minutes of fucking raw, and that's when Don started at the store. So imagine how long it's been. All the shit that's happening in and out there, the Kinnison era, everything, just crazy. So him and Leadham, fucking awesome people. Back to the Chief's Mess is Mike Sigler, Master Chief Sigler. I was in another time. I did a lot of stupid shit. I'll be the first to admit it. The reason why I haven't gotten further than where I am in my career is because of me. I took partying as my top priority over everything, and it's not really good for advancement if you haven't noticed. Yeah, fighting, fucking, and drinking, that was top priority in life. Too bad I woke up late. But either way, Mike Sigler, I was in some trouble. He actually stuck his neck out where some other people wouldn't. He said he believed in me, and I held true to my word. That was the last time I've been in trouble. 12 years ago, he stuck his neck out for me. I went on Captain's Mass and all that other stuff, and which basically is like Navy Corps. Easier way to say it. Captain's Mass is Navy Corps, Article 15 in the Army, whatever. Same shit. And, I got put on 45 days restriction, 45 days extra duty. 45 days restriction means you just live in a little barracks room that sucks, and 45 days extra duty means you did 2 hours of stupid shit like filling sandbags, whatever. While I was on restriction, the results for advancement came out. I come to find out I made 2nd class on restriction. I get off of restriction, and they frocked me, which means pinned it on. They let me wear my rank, man. Austin Leadham, especially Mike Sigler, were the guys that were like, yeah, you should. And I appreciate that. And that's one of the reasons why I do so much for the troops. If these guys didn't fucking stick their neck out and look out for me, being a dumbass, I wouldn't be here. And that's why a lot of times people don't understand when I'm like, hey, well, they're young, And part of the process, let people make their mistakes and just say, hey, look, that's fucking lesson learned. You get your smack on the PP and then move on. Some people don't like that. That's a whole nother conversation for another day. So I'm going to keep on trucking with this. I mentioned Don Barris. He's an awesome guy. Real fucking awesome. I wouldn't be in comedy if it wasn't for him. And I gave him a shout out on another radio show, so I don't want to talk your ear off. I'll just say check out Don Barris at SimplyDon1 on Twitter. Fucking awesome guy. Fucking funny as hell. My favorite person in comedy right now. But when I met Don, I also met another comic. His name's Earl Skakel. Now, Earl's got probably one of the biggest hearts and biggest heads of anybody I've ever met. His heart's bigger than his head. The dude's fucking awesome. I really hope he fucking blows up. He's a great comic, great guy. We were talking one time, and he's like, "You gonna be here later tonight?" I'm like, "Yeah, dude, I'll be there," because what I do is I hung out, or I still do, and every time I go to California, I go hang out with some of my friends that are Navy Seabees. God bless you guys in Wainimi. I thank you so much, because you guys sometimes give me places to crash, eat, and a place to shower. So much, man. Fucking much love to you guys for helping me out when I go home, or I call it home. Port Wainimi is home. When I go back to Cali, I'll hang, like I said, during the day in Port Wainimi, but at night, I hang out at the Comedy Store. And then, like, Earl says, "Hey, you gonna be here tonight?" Because this is like 3 in the morning, and he's like, "Gonna be here tonight?" And I'm like, "Fuck yeah." So, the next night, I come down from Wainimi and hang out. Earl comes pulling in, and out of the back of his Dodge Magnum, he's got like he's like, "This is for the troops." And it's just jersey after jersey after jersey, and like fucking shirts, and just Anaheim Ducks, Los Angeles Kings, fucking you name it. And it was like not too long after Bob Probert died, and he knew Proby's one of my favorites, right? So he gives me a couple fucking Chicago Blackhawk home and away jerseys for Bobby, and just, oh, it's so nice, man. Just what a heck of a good guy. He out of the kindness of his heart, man. And then he's like, "Hey, it's for the troops. If you need anything else, let me know." And he's like, "I got a bunch of gloves. I'll send them," or whatever, hockey gloves. And so, God bless him. And he's really, really, really fucking hilarious, man. And there's a lot of comics out there that you see, and you're like, how the fuck come this guy isn't bigger than he is? And he should be. Plus, he's part of the best band on the Sunset Strip. Bears, Kennedy, Overdrive. So if you ever get a chance, go to the Comedy Store, check out Bears, Kennedy, Overdrive. And God bless your Comedy Store. You've always been really cool. I mean, that was even before I was a comic, and I love you guys. Brian Kearns is another comic that I really would love to see blow up and explode, and because he's a good dude. And the reason why I say that is, and even from the get-go, even from before I was a comic, I was hanging out up there. Matter of fact, he was on like 3-4 episodes ago. I had him on there. And I'm doing a shout-out for him now, because when I got here to Virginia, he's from here, he gave me the name of a couple comics to look up to see if I get a show here and there, and I did. And so he kind of gave me in the right direction of where to go, who to talk to while I'm out here. Because at the time, I was only planning on spending a couple years here in Virginia and then transferring and going somewhere else. I just took orders, so I'll be here for another 3 more years, for a total of 6 fucking years in the great state of Virginia. And Virginia's been really nice to me, so shout out to you too, state of Virginia. Thank you for the love and everything. And also, when it barely snows, giving us days off in the fucking United States Navy, it's pretty awesome. God bless you, the Joke Slingers Comedy Tours, Brian Kearns, Adam Dodd, Alex Moore. You 3 guys are fucking awesome. You're welcome to come back to my house anytime and hang, kick it. And what triggered me to talk to Kearns was actually a dude named Roy Rogers, who's a Richmond comic who's down there. I get basically a lot of the Comedy Store guys, when they come down, I go see them and hang out and shoot the shit with them. And it just happened to be Pauly Shore was here, but I went to go see Steve Simone. Steve Simone's like, I did a shout out for him too. He can make you feel like a little kid again and just laugh your ass off. So Roy Rogers was opening. What a cool guy. I'm like, this guy is fucking hilarious. And so I was at the Virginia Beach Funny Bone, and I was just hanging out with, my dad was here, and he and I went, my dad loved Roy. I think my dad ended up adopting him, and I'll be honest, I think my dad likes Roy better than me now. My dad, the Mudman, likes Roy Rogers more than me. Son of a bitch. Alright, fuck you, Roy Rogers. I'm jealous now. No, I'm just kidding. Roy, I love you to death, brother. You're a fucking good guy. And another guy I really hope to see explode and blow up and be a huge comedian and all that other stuff. Enough of the comedians. Navy SEALs. I talk about SEAL Foundation, SEALs, a lot. And this is what happened. And it's hard to believe that I'm still alive, especially after all that. You know what I mean? So that's why I love the Navy SEALs. If it wasn't for them, I'd have been dead back in Active Navy SEAL Foundation. When I was doing work with the Joke Slingers, they came down here and we earned some money. Because if it wasn't for the Joke Slingers, I wouldn't have raised a lot of that money. And thank you. So that's the SEAL Foundation. And besides, I'm trying to be their seventh man. They only have 6 people that work for them. 95% of everything that comes in goes directly to the families of the fallen. That's the biggest thing. Another shout out, Norfolk Admirals. Especially Keith Phillips, a.k.a. Beaker. Think of any place that you went and seen a sporting event, basketball or hockey, that is. Every game, in between periods, I went all the way up to the top. I grabbed the time on ice, stats. I go from the top all the way down to each coach, sometimes home and away, depends on who's up there. I like it because I get to fucking walk around the whole place and I stretch my legs. It gives me something to do in between periods of a hockey game. And at the same time, yeah, I really enjoy talking to the coaches. Tampa Bay Lightning was awesome to hang out with and talk to. Now it's Anaheim, and I can't believe how cool the Anaheim staff are. They're really, really good, nice guys, man. Great people. And everybody in the Norfolk Admirals front office, they've always been really, really good to me. Dee Dee doing the tickets. Charlie, Jeff gave me a freaking awesome jacket. Sean's gone. He was a good dude. We used to BS all the time. Deanna, she's a sweetheart. She could be my sister. Nate, congratulations on the baby. The Admirals, the players themselves, treated me really good too. Another couple shout outs too is Roops Comics. If you are a comic book fan, check these guys out. That's the best comic book store in the world, in my opinion. He does a lot of stuff with Aspen. He does a lot of stuff with there's a bunch of stuff that Roops does. There's only one other comic book store that I would say I love too, and that's A Comic Shop in Orlando, Florida. When I was in the desert, they sent me a full freaking box, man, of comics. It was a short box, and it was so cool. I dropped that thing off in the library there, and I was in where was I? No, I was in Kuwait. I was in Kuwait at the time when they sent me that, so thanks, A Comic Shop. The best is Roops Comics. It's in Fremont, Ohio. Except for it's actually at any convention that's big. He friggin' travels all over the world and goes to those. So Roops Comics, man. Chris Roop, you're a good dude, and thanks for knowing your customers and taking care of the military because you treat us like gold. Much appreciated. In the same city, I'll give you 2 more. Vanessa's Timeout. Good food, man. They do this weird burger thing every Tuesday night. They just comes up with some weird ass concoction that works. It's freaking phenomenal. And they want to put a picture of me autographed up in the wall there, and I'm very honored. I think that's so cool. So thanks, Dean. You guys are fucking awesome. And thanks for believing in me, buddy. It really means a lot. And also, the Depot, best pizza in the 419. The Depot's Pizza and Tavern. They want me to do a show there one of these times. We keep negotiating, and I just never make it back. I never know when I'm going to be back in town, with the exception of major holidays. So we'll definitely I'll bring some comics up there. We'll do some fun stuff at the Depot, and we'll definitely have some burgers at Vanessa's and Vanessa's Timeout. Second to last, all the CVs, man, that I worked with. But mostly biggest thanks is Jenny, my wife. I love her to death. If it wasn't, I'm not gonna be I couldn't do it if it wasn't for you. I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna say I don't think anybody else is as understanding about the silly shit I do than her. It's constantly, hey, go ahead. You want to go do stand up? Go do stand up. Get the fuck out of the house. Go. Go. You need to do that. It helps you out. She knows it's my therapy. I'm fucked up. I got PTSD. I've been fucking shot at, blown up. You know it, man. And she gets it. And so she's just like, oh, you want to go to LA? Go to LA. Go ahead. Go hang out with your friends. You want to go to fucking Vegas? Go to Vegas. Which I do need to go to Vegas. Go hang out with some friends out there. I still don't know how to end these things.
Find Mabel, know the girl come back by and by. Beaver liquor. Early one morning, hop on a boxcar, on to St. Louis on a northbound train. Hole in the ceiling, flapping like hotcakes. Get a free shower in the pouring rain. Get to the city, checking through the motel, fanciest place that I ever done seen. Look across the street for a little entertainment. See a young lady make my face turn green. Standing all butt-necked over by the window, in full figure to my surprise. Become a woman with a funny-looking finger. Seen it all happen with my own two eyes. Seen by the landlord, big and all muscle bound, chasing me around like an old cyclone. Don't like the way this place done working, jumping on the train before I get back home. Beaver liquor. Wake up early in the morning, go to the well, but the well run dry. Uncle Bear sent there, find Mabel, know the girl come back by and by. In the wintertime, when it's cold out, everybody know that the pond gon' freeze. Locked in the cabin, cold jug of whiskey, waking up the dead, yellow always me. Fifth week of April, snow done melted, open up a door for the walking man. Get him in the shed, shoot sideways glances, hit him on the head with a frying pan. Down by the frog pond, come across some catfish, walking upright like a human being. Said, hey, what boy, running around barefoot, whole lot of fish in the world need free. Beaver liquor.